Hello and welcome back to Codecademy's Learn JavaScript. We're in the scope section. This is practice good scoping. Given the challenges with global variables and scope pollution, we should follow best practices for scoping our variables as tightly as possible using block scope. Tightly scoping your variables will greatly improve your code in several ways. It will make your code more legible since the blocks will organize your code into discrete sections. It makes your code more understandable since it clarifies which variables are associated with different parts of the program rather than having to keep track of them line after line. It's easier to maintain your code since your code will be modular. It will save memory in your code because it will cease to exist after the block finishes running. Here's another example of how to use block scope as defined within an if block. We have const log sky color. It's assigned this function, which has const dusk set to be true. We let color be assigned blue. If dusk is true, we let color be assigned pink and log out pink. If not, then log color, which should be blue. If we log color outside of the function, we should get that reference error. Here you'll notice we create a variable dusk inside the log sky color function. After the if statement, we define a new code block with the braces. Here we assign a new value to the variable color if the if statement is truthy. Within the if block, the color variable holds the value pink, though outside the if block in the function body, the color variable holds the value blue. While we use block scope, we still pollute our namespace by reusing the same variable name twice. A better practice would be to rename the variable inside the block. Block scope is a powerful tool in JavaScript since it allows us to define variables with precision and not pollute the global namespace. If a variable does not need to exist outside a block, it shouldn't. Instructions. Inside the function body of log visible light waves, beneath the region variable and before the provided console.log statement, create an if statement that checks if the region is the Arctic. And zoom out here. So here, create an if, checks if region is equal to the Arctic. And then run that. Pass that. 2. Inside the if block, define a new let variable, light waves, and set it equal to northern lights. So here, run that. 3. Beneath the variable in the if block, use console.log to log the values of the block variable inside the if block. So beneath our variable, we're going to log light waves, run that. And we do notice here, inside the if block, when we log out light waves, it logs the value northern lights. But outside our if block, but still within our function, the same statement logs moonlight. And that is because of scope. Within the if block, light waves is assigned northern lights. So when we log it, it will contain northern lights. Whereas light waves outside the if block retains moonlight within light waves. And that is practicing good scoping on Codecademy. If you get that, you get this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.